become judgmental and frustrated, blah, blah, blah. Kind of the convergence of the neurodivergence and the psychodivergence. The harms the child the most. There are many people who are neurodivergent who are quote unquote successful, I think, because their parents just, kind of let them be them, right? And particularly before people understood some of these neurodevelopmental disorders or concerns and, other things, etc. It's the combination of, it's really about, to me, the parents not getting the kids, right? And, that's a lethal, not a lethal, but it's a concerning issue, right? Like if you were just understood by your parents, no matter what your issue is, you'd probably be fairly well adjusted. And maybe that's a stretch, but that's my take on it.
Well, I guess what you're saying is an extension on the concept of rejection sensitivity disorder and how that relates to ADHD, and the idea that rejection sensitivity disorder over time, I think, does lead to psychodivergency. It's really traumatizing an experience to feel it on a regular basis, and if it's coming from your parents, the people that you kind of trust most, or the people most responsible for your mental health, I think that can be particularly damaging, and narcissistic parents can do quite a bit of that.
Yeah,
feel rejected.
Exactly. Like I've been reading Mary Trump's latest book, and this isn't a critique of Donald at all. She talks about her own parents and how they were just not. They didn't understand her. It's really a touching read and moving. And whether you like Donald or not, forget politics, she does a great job as a clinician herself, talking about how she didn't fit in her family, or she never felt good enough. So when you have narcissistic parents, and even you're neurotypical, right? You're just it's really a problem, and most people, sadly enough, never realize that they are good enough because they don't know that, and this isn't to blame parents, but to say they have no appreciation for their parents' flaws, and so they go through life just, never understand. I was fortunate enough to get plenty of help, but it took many years of therapy to even find the right clinician, right? So I don't want to play.
Scattered, or is this another one?
No. Well, we're just continuing the conversation.
I understand, but you were talking about a woman.
Oh, Mary Trump, because you're not going to like this, but Mary Trump, Donald's niece, she does, of course, critique Donald, or is critical of Donald. She was critical of her own parents because one was an alcoholic and the other was depressed, and they weren't really available for her. And maybe she's too harsh on them, but she's an example of someone who I think fits the bill.
So was Mary Trump, which child was she?
She's the youngest. She's the youngest kid of the oldest Trump, of Fred Trump. She's the niece of, she is Donald Trump's oldest brother's daughter.
Okay. Well, Trump talks about the fact that he was an alcoholic, and Fred told him, do not drink. And he took the advice. So having alcoholic parents can't be a good thing, because they're not. How can you be available when you're not in control of your own self? I'm not going to say that all alcoholics are not good parents, but it's,
No,
you've got your own struggle.
I agree.
You meant Donald Trump's parents were alcoholics?
His brother.
His
oldest brother.
Oh yeah, I heard him say that in an interview, and he said his brother said don't ever drink, and
He said what he said about his brother was smarter and more handsome, taken over by alcoholism. And anyway,
Well, what happened?
This week, my family is burying one of the most precious people in my family that was could not get past his alcoholism, and it's a sad. It's very, very.
But the reason, just to explain, the reason he became an alcoholic, actually, now there may have been alcoholism in the family, but the reason was because he didn't start drinking until after he wanted to become a pilot. His father was very critical of him. He was a pilot for TWA, and actually he was working for the Trump Organization, and his father was so critical that he couldn't take it. So he followed his passion of becoming a pilot. His father made him feel so bad and guilty. That's where he started drinking, the shame and the guilt of not adding up. And that's kind of how he supposedly became an alcoholic.
Not good parenting. Too bad. This role of being a parent is very challenging, and I don't have a lot of criticism for people. I'm not gonna.
Yeah, I'm in no position because I don't have kids, so I'm in no position.
As a child of a horrible mom who, just in retrospect, when I was a child, I thought she was fine. But I look back on the stuff that occurred, and I can't believe that I thought it was normal, right? And when I had kids, I started seeing the repeated patterns with my children of the things that by then I had come to terms with and recognized of her, and mainly her massive narcissism, and in my case of my kids, I have twins, boy, girl. When they were about 5 or 6, my mom had 2 boys, my brother and me, and so she took like a weird attachment to my daughter, and mistreated my son, and favored my daughter ridiculously so, and then accused my wife and I of overreacting when we held her accountable, and it was just a cycle. And by the time my kids were 5 or 6, I was like, you know what, fuck it, I've been through this, I'm not putting up with this, and I called her on it, and she denied it, that she was favoring one over the other, and then she said faithful words to me. She said, well, maybe your daughter is easier to love than your son. And when she said that, I cut her off. I said, well, then you're not going to know either one of them the rest of your life.
That's very tragic.
So the reality is that I'll finish, but the reality is, as a person that suffers under these types of parents, when we have kids, we have to have strength to stop that cycle. Donald Trump, I don't think he's busy stopping any cycles from his trauma, but I think that if you focus on your kids, you soon find that the sole objective of any parent should be to stop the cycle of misconduct of the generations before in order to build a healthier bloodline for your descendants. And I think finding the right spouse who isn't traumatized can do wonders. My wife did that for me, but mostly she did it for my kids. She was there as an influence. I knew when to step back and recognize that her influence is going to be better, more positive for my kids than my own, in addition to cutting my mom off from them. So I just think not enough people have the courage to cut off the damaging parents, basically.
Did you ever hear there's a comedian, a famous comedian that died young at 37, OD. And he has this joke he did he had a comedy special.
What's the name of the comedian?
Mitch Hedberg.
Okay. Yeah, he's a great guy.
And in his special, I don't know if they cut it out because he was so.
Oh my God! Between E's echo and Yaakov's speaker problems, like I want to die.
Well, men, what is a booby trap? Let's answer this question.
A device that is innocuous looking, that is rigged to explode when you pick it up.
A brazier.
Or a wire.
It's a brazier.
Yeah, international convention on
Yeah, if I'm ever up a freaking mute like that, just mute me, because I'm not even looking at my phone to know.
Gotcha.
I mean, because I'm driving, I didn't even know I was off mute.
I just wonder if the booby trap comes with a bra.
Well, then it's considered safe. The ones without the bras are not safe, and against the international law.
Well, there we solved the issue. Look at us. We're like the little Scooby-Dooby machine over here.
Scooby-Dooby.
You're in a
Scooby-Dooby.
Yeah, I like how everyone was claiming the pagers were booby traps.
I mean, they were.
Make an argument that they weren't.
How?
What are you delusional? My definition is they're there, they're innocuous looking, they're on the ground, you pick them up as opposed to it being planted on somebody with the intent of killing that one specific individual. Booby trap.
I think you're being anti-semantic at this point.
Yakov, I think your phone is booby trapped right now.
Could very well be.
I want booby trapped.
See, random people didn't pick up those pagers.
I don't think an element of randomness is a requirement in a booby trap.
But yeah, they have to be out in the open that anybody can pick them up. Anyone means random.
Well, you can booby trap someone's bathroom in their bedroom. Like that's like where only one person is likely to ever.
Right, that's targeted. That's not out in the open where
Just
want to pick up.
it's still a booby trap.
Did someone say
You're
booby?
literally being anti-semantic, Yakov. Sorry, I reject your idea.
Okay, read the International Treaty on Booby Trap.
No,
Did somebody say booby?
Yeah,
Yes.
I know it.
everybody said booby.
Booby. All right, good news and bad news. You guys want to hear it?
Give us the bad news first.
Bad news. My check engine light is on. Good news. It is just the emissions, so I can drive this thing till it fucking dies, and I won't pass emissions. But who the fuck's that? I got to my car. It's cool. Thanks.
That's awesome, Matt.
You took it to a place that cooks something up to your car?
Yeah, I got one of those little readers, and he said it's just emissions. Like they can't fit me in, but
What kind of Jeep do you have, Matt?
2018 Jeep Limited Grand Cherokee.
Okay, I'm not familiar with that one, but I mean, I have a 2016 Jeep Sahara, and you might need a couple different. I would go to AutoZone. Where did you go?
I went to someone I trust. It's good. It's right. He ran the diagnostic. That's what it is. It said I'm good. We got an appointment in. We're money. I got guns in my car. What's up?
But you can do it. You can do it yourself. Like that is the same
My
thing that went on with my
the caps? Fuck, no way.
Jeep. Oh, you don't want to move them around. Okay. All right.
Stop talking about Matt's emissions.
I'm burning too much fuel for the environment. I'm killing the whales, and I don't give a fuck.
You
sound like you're driving a Corolla.
Wow. Corolla.
Matt's gonna trade in for a Subaru.
There you go.
The emissions are fairly easy.
What did Matt turn into a gay woman?
Who hears the insecurity in my voice?
I don't hear it. You're covering it up very well.
What are they going to charge you for that?
For killing the whales? They're eating the dogs.
They're eating the whale.
No, for changing out the emission charger.
Oh,
What do you mean?
Matt, leave it alone. He said he doesn't want to do it himself.
Don't be a Don't be a snitch.
Stop being a Karen.
Having friends that can do things for me. Like, you know.
I got guns in my car. What's up?
What's up? What's up? What kind of guns you?
Remember, one of the key definitions of a Karen is someone that inflicts their advice on other people who didn't ask.
That is true. Did you answer your test correctly, Beth? And honest?
Yeah, I really can't imagine you were honest on your test. As I'm contemplating this, I think
I was
you
very honest. I just, when
Did you
I
answer
listen
yes?
to stupidness, I just try to help out.
Did you answer yes? I often inflict on requested advice onto people.
I said sometimes. There was a choice to put sometimes.
Oh no, you're not a
I
sometimes.
think
You're
you should go back through the test, and instead of hitting sometimes, you have to pick a left or a right. No neutral
Yeah,
answer.
sometimes.
I will pop.
90% of the things you do on the test,
Don't worry.
complain about.
Tired?
Like your
Hey, wanna go outside?
Matt, I used to drive. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, hold on. Come on, buddy. Jakob, I know you're in a war zone right now, but mute up.
What?
you.
Sorry, talking to my dog.
We all know.
Didn't realize I'm muted.
All right, what's going on? Ask me questions. I need to be stimulated.
Morning, yeah.
I'm not stimulated. I self-destruct. So come on.
I will keep all of my unknown knowledge to myself from now on, okay? I just know that Matt loves beaver.
Is that a promise?
Yes, I do enjoy the taste of pussy. It's an acquired taste, but yeah, I could probably live off of that. Like pussy and almonds. That's all I need. You know. No? Anybody? Fuck.
They're eating the cats. They're eating the dogs.
They're eating the dogs. They're eating the pussies.
They're eating cocks.
Oh, hey now.
Whoa,
That is-
hey now.
That was too far.
The only time cocks are good is in chicken and dumplings.
You need to speak more positively to your little friend, Billy.
Why don't you manifest it?
Nice Billy Sunshine.
Billy's meeting one of his beavers now.
Probably is.
Nobody gets me. The misunderstood clown.
No, I'm listening to a better song than what you just sang. Sorry, it's "Take My Breath Away." I love it. So I'm singing that while you're singing
Oh, that's so bad.
No,
so bad.
take my. It's Berlin.
It was so flat.
I know. You're in my head with the Michael Jackson song.
You're so
I'm
flat.
singing both at once.
You're so flat.
I'm not
I think
flat.
it's very chilly that he's singing a
I'm not
pedophile
flat.
You're so flat.
about
Ain't flat, and I'll get there. Give me another cup of coffee. Hold
You're-
my
you're
beer.
flat.
Hold me.
You're flat and
Yeah,
just
I'm
be
coming
embarrassed.
back in a big way, bitches. Hold on.
Did you say
Let
hold
me
my
get it
hair?
together. I said, yeah, I did. Back from, yes, about to whip you with it.
Are you-
Oh, shit.
Get less tongue touch.
Meanwhile,
You're gonna puke. You're gonna puke.
Meanwhile, I'm having ChatGPT write music for me right now. I'm having it write parodies of a Hanukkah song called the Christmas song. A list of people who are Christian, just like you and me.
You're flat and you should be embarrassed.
I also have
That's a very nice day.
Darling, do you feel my heart beating? Y'all need to hear it. This is another great
You
song.
own it.
It's a banger.
Perfect.
What's up, Anami?
Dream.
Not much. What's up? How are you?
We're celebrating peace in our time. We're gonna have peace in our time.
How? Tell me the secret.
We are
A
excited
ceasefire
about
with
peace.
Israel and Lebanon.
There will be peace all over us.
Lebanon is going to enforce the, Hezbollah not going past the Litani River. This time it's going to be different.
Really?
I have
If you repeat something enough, it will happen.
That's right.
Yeah.
Not a sign of badness.
I have fallen in love with ChatGPT 4.
Yeah.
Like,
I hope you have nice
I
little
think-
baby.
Her.
is like the whole ceasefire bullshit. I don't buy it, and that's just probably.
You have
See,
to
that's the problem.
manifest it.
That's
You
the
just
pro-
have to- you're not
that's the problem.
manifesting. You're not
I think it's
manifesting
bullshit,
that.
so we might as well shoot a rocket. That's that's the problem.
You know, I think it's just every time they talk about ceasefire, I think like it's like a talking point for politicians to make people busy with something while they're conducting wars.
Supposedly it's actually going to happen tonight, and it's happening from the Israeli perspective for expressly political reasons with no expectation that it'll hold.
That
So-
makes sense.
Yeah, and I totally trust them to make that determination that the timing right now says focus on the South, focus on Iran, wait for this thing to break down, and then, then go back.
I think we click reset.
Well,
But I think people are foolish to think that this means peace.
yeah, there's no such thing as peace with terrorists.
No, it's a hudna.
It's the Hudna. It's the Hudna for 5 years, and then they go back to kill people. Yeah, exactly.
Oh no, it's not going to be 5 years. It's 60 days.
In 60 days.
Yeah, it's time limited. Israel can go right back in after 60 days, regardless.
Makes sense. Do we bomb the borders at least in these 60 days, or we let them rearm themselves?
Yeah, anytime Hezbollah crosses the Litani River, Israel has the right to blow their ass.
Oh, okay. So it is a kind of a peaceful ceasefire. Yeah, I get it. It is very peaceful. Oh man, Middle East.
Take my breath away.
No, we're on eternal flame now, Matt. Come on, catch up, little tomato.
Take my
Just give me your hand.
Burning on eternal flame.
Why are we all butchering the Bengals? What the fuck is happening in my room?
No.
His voice is nice.
Jess, it's Mangle the Bagel.
Amen.
That's true. I really want this to stop.
It'll stop. It'll
All right.
stop.
I created a BHI version of the Hanukkah song. We're good. We're good.
I'm gonna let it shine.
And a Ramadan song and a Messianic Christian song.
Always had 1 foot out.
Is this really bad that I am now like acting like a college student? I throw my clothes just on the floor and then I gather them up and throw them in the wash. Like,
Yes,
I don't
terrible.
Is that what a college student does, or
It's called depression.
Depends what you're doing when you throw them on the floor. I mean, if you throw them on the floor because you're about to have a romp, it's all right.
Oh, I'm throwing them on the floor because guess what? I have 2 days at my house without my children. That rarely
It's
ever
being fucking
happens.
lazy. Yeah. I'm the opposite today. I'm about to have 2 days with my children instead of without them.
What do y'all think about the International Criminal Court putting a
We don't think about it much.
Bibi Netanyahu's arrest for crimes against humanity with Palestinians?
I think not only do the crimes against humanity not exist. Hold on, Hugh. Not only do the crimes against humanity not exist, the ICC also doesn't exist, and it really doesn't matter.
Also, shut up, Mike.
Yeah, I don't think it matters.
You don't think Bibi Netanyahu is a war criminal?
Nope, don't think he's a war criminal. Nope. And by the way, neither does the ICJ or really the ICC.
Neither does the IC Wiener.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's literally, the UN actually just said it like 3 weeks ago that there's nothing that can be construed as a war crime happening. Now, stupid people look at it and want to see war crimes, but that's on them. There's always going to be a third column of stupid people trying to subvert humanity in the world.
If you want to see a war crime, see what happens when people add chocolate to hummus. That's a war crime.
That is a war crime.
What about Zelensky? You think he's a war criminal?
Chocolate hummus.
I don't know enough about Zelensky, but last time I checked, when you're a victim of aggression, defending yourself isn't a war crime.
Well, he's extorting money out of the West. They're giving it to him and laundering it back into the.
I think I don't. First of all, extortion isn't a war crime. So what else do you want to say?
I'm gonna say goodbye, motherfucker.
That sounds like a good idea.
F, I swear to God, where do you find?
They're all fucking friends of Beth.
Man, that guy is a lot of fun at parties, I bet.
He is. You should see, he's a ventriloquist too.
They are not
He can actually make his voice sound and come out of his asshole.
I think the doll has its hand up his ass, Jeff. Sorry, I think it's the other way around.
Beth, was that one of yours?
No, that's one of Beth's friends, Chris's Kyler. That's that.
Oh, that weirdo.
Yes, your
I'm
friend.
sorry. I wasn't looking at my
Oh, my
phone.
goodness.
Yeah, the guy is a weirdo. I'm sorry.
The people that Karen be Karen.
Here's the thing. I'm going to start coming to the conclusion that Beth has good taste in female friends, and when it comes to men, she thinks with her dick and has very low standards because all of her male friends are fucking weirdos.
Seriously.
Beth, you got to think with the head on top of your shoulders, not with your dick.
Between Beth and Cackles, we get a very interesting group of people in here when they're in here.
I mean, Cackles people aren't like problematic.
No, there's like
kind of like not the smartest folk, but they're ridiculous.
That guy is not my friend. I had to throw him out of our space the other day. I didn't even look at my phone. I was trying to get dressed, okay? I've been naked for the last 5 minutes.
I mean, that is consistent with the rules of this house. Just to remind everybody, you can be naked. You cannot say the word vegan or bidet.
Coffee is optional.
Coffee is optional. Oh, good. You finally changed your name, Hugh. You spelled it wrong, though, because that's Hugh Janus. Spelling is hard.
No, it's pronounced Janus.
Yeah, that's not how that would actually be.
French. It's French. It's Janus.
You need to add a Y.
Anyways, more expedient with that guy, or was that about right?
No, I smelled 4chan as soon as he came in.
4chan in the morning.
It was 4chan, but 3 head.
Why did he leave? Did you kick him out, or he just left because of his own volition?
He wasn't feeling satisfied with my answers.
He announced.
I wanted to hear you play with him some more. I thought it was kind of funny.
I'm gonna play with him more.
Wait, so did you kick him out, or he left?
He announced he was leaving.
A, he left on his own volition. B, I
didn't hear that. That's why I asked.
in knowing whether or not I kicked someone out.
What?
I did not kick him out, but I don't understand why you're so obsessed with knowing whether I kicked everybody out.
So obsessed. I asked a question. I didn't hear an answer, so I asked it again. I'm not obsessed. It's just one question.
He just really wants to know, but it's not an obsession.
Exactly.
Just wanted to know, not really.
But
It's
you really
okay
want-
because like
wanna know?
50 people answer the question at once, so I get it. It's hard. It's hard to hear here. I get it. It's hard.
Thank you.
I'm here. I like your map today.
As it says in the Talmud, 2 voices. Can you hear it?
That map was created in 1947 by Arab High Commission to figure out how they would divide up Israel if they won the war. Now, you notice there's no important word that starts with a P or an F.
Yes.
I noticed Lebanon still gets screwed in that.
Yeah. Because, well, Lebanon is Lebanon because that portion of Haifa to Lebanese border goes to Syria.
Because they were Christian at that point. That's why they've made it smaller.
Yeah. No, but I think the Lebanon border was still Lebanon. That is the Lebanon border.
Right, but they didn't get a piece of the pie. It was Syria that got everything.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah. They didn't get a piece of the pie.
Because the Islamists hadn't taken over Lebanon yet.
Yeah, it was still like...
It'd be good if there was some more labels on that.
Yeah. I'm trying to find a better map.
I mean, that's probably the map.
Yeah, it's unfortunately not very good. It's terrible cartography.
Terrible.
Maybe they should have
I
given...
thought the same thing I thought when I first saw it was they should have had better. They should have had Jewish cartographers.
Yeah, I would have helped. Well, I wasn't alive, but had I been alive, I would have increased the font size, changed the shading to be a little bit slightly more pronounced, de-emphasize the Mediterranean, standard stuff, and made the border of the borders a little thicker. It's too thin a line.
Were you really not alive? You're pretty old.
Yeah. You know, that's a really interesting thing. You know, the whole Taba thing was a cartographic problem?
No.
Well, the border between Israel and Egypt was drawn by the British, using a 3-point, which is a really thick pen in the map. And the Israelis said, well, the border is at the bottom of the line. And the Egyptians said, no, the border's at the top of the line. So they agreed to binding arbitration. They decided to split it down the middle. And the Avias Sonesta Hotel, which was a really big deal, that's where we spent our honeymoon in south of Eilat, and Taba was south of the middle of the line. So Egypt got it. It's now a complete dump, but that's what they agreed to. And Israel gave back Taba.
Who knew?
All because of cartography.
They come and go. They come and go.
This is going to be fun here in a couple minutes. I got to hijack my car and go over to my friend's house, and I'm going to let her talk to y'all. That's my friend from Israel. She's going to be like, I've never allowed her on this app before, but I will let her talk. She's funny as fuck.
What do you mean you're going
That's where I'm going to hide my car.
What do you mean you're going to hijack your car? Isn't it your car?
It's my car. I'm just hiding it because, my knucklehead wants to swap me out cars, but I'm not letting him take no. So I just like to do this for fun, Matt. It's like I just take this car and leave. And then when he comes, he's like, where's your mom? And the kids are like, we don't know. And he doesn't know where my friend lives now. So, I'm going to bring her on.
My new car has a thing I can track it on.
What did you get? What kind of car did you get, Matt?
QX50. It's the same car that my past 3 cars have been.
Oh, you finally decided on one?
Never want to break the mold a little bit, or you just
great car. It's a great.
Yeah, it's a wonderful car.
Yeah, it's a luxury car. I splurge on it, and I like nice things.
Yeah, no, I don't know.
But now I can start it remotely, which is really cool. Lock it remotely and track it.
Can you use it from your phone 12 miles away, 5G kind of thing?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure it out. I haven't really explored yet, but I was trying to figure out if I can turn on the heater while I'm gone.
I'll say I'm gonna turn on the air conditioning when I'm leaving the doctor's office. When I get down in the summer, it's cold.
47 degrees right now, and I have to go drive somewhere. And once UPS, I have to sign for something UPS, but then I got to drive. And I'm like, it's really cold outside. I can start the engine with the heater too. I don't know if I can do that.
Yeah, you can.
Well, it depends on the car.
Yeah.
You turn on the engine.
Why not?
I don't know about setting the thermostat. I haven't done that yet.
Another breaking news item. According to RoyaNews.tv, which, as we all know, doesn't like Jews, there was a attempted bombing that was foiled by Jordanian security services. Israel is claiming the target was the Israeli embassy. Jordan is claiming the guy was taken on drug charges. But in any case, hopefully he gets the death penalty.
Wait, the target was the embassy in Jordan?
Yes, apparently.
I mean, according to shooting there a couple days ago at the Israeli embassy in Jordan. Right?
The Israeli embassy, in fairness, is unoccupied since October 7th. But
Israel's not occupying it?
No.
That's a first.
That's what I read.
They jump from bomb to drug charges. That's a pretty big spread there.
I guess they ended the occupation.
Drug charges in the Middle East are kind of a euphemism for drug.
Are euphemism for what?
Drug charges are a euphemism in the Middle East for the government wants you dead.
Oh yeah. In Iran, they hang you from cranes. Fuck! Oh, you okay?
Is your Tourette's acting up?
I hope someone didn't hit his brand new car.
I don't have a brand new car.
Oh, I thought that was Rabbi.
Wrong matters.
I gotta go.
Okay.
This is in an airport. You don't have to announce your departure. Actually, at an airport, you probably shouldn't announce your departure too. That's kind of weird.
I am now departing Gate 21 en route to Indianapolis. Gate 22, Gate 23, Gate 24, Gate 25.
I love airplanes.
The red zone, the white zone is for loading and unloading only.
I love that back and forth in airplane.
What's your vector, Victor?
What's your clearance, Clarence? Roger.
Stop calling me Shirley.
You ever been in a Turkish prison, Billy?
Kind of obscene how well we all know that particular movie.
I told you who the producers wanted to play the pilot.
No, I don't think so.
Oh, Barry Manilow. The people who I think were eventually the Sony executives, whoever was producing that or the studio in charge of that movie, laughed for 3 days straight. They were trying to convince them that Barry Manilow is the guy. They finally went with who's the name of that actor who really did
Leslie Nielsen.
No, not the guy on the right, the guy on the left.
His name is Bill Pullman. Bill Packman.
No. Are you talking about the actual pilots, or are you talking about
Hold on, the guy who dated or fell in love with the flight attendant Julie.
Stryker. Yeah,
Stryker. Yeah.
Robert Stack.
Oh, hold on a second. This is somebody else.
I'm going to defer to Billy on this one because I don't know his name and Billy's old.
Hold on.
No, Robert Stack. Robert Stack was the guy.
I think it's Robert Hayes.
Robert Stack.
Robert Stack was the other guy who's like the head pilot. Yeah, the head guy who they called in.
Right. Robert Hayes played Ted Stryker. He sat in the left seat, and
Had the drinking problem.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar sat in the right seat.
No, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar passed out.
Oh, and then who? Leslie Nielsen took over?
No, Robert Stryker was a passenger on the plane after both of the guys had died because of the fish or whatever.
My favorite was the woman who interpreted Jive. I think she was the woman from
Beaver's mom.
Yeah, there you go. The woman from the 50s.
Yeah.
Billy, it was so nice to see you last night.
Yes, right back at you.
Sorry I missed the cake. I had to get.
Well, there was no cake.
I'm upset because I asked you what kind of thing. I'm upset now. I'm not, and I passed that information along. I was told it's a done deal.
There was supposed to be 2 cakes.
Yeah.
But they ended up putting the candles in a big slice of cheesecake.
Okay.
It was great. It was great.
But a good time was had by all.
Yes, and what a great group of beautiful Jewish women. Oh my God.
Oh my God. Yeah. Did you get to take home any?
No. Shmendi took the Uber with me, but I didn't aggress like a man is supposed to.
I just got a message from Rafi. He's very disappointed in you, Billy.
You lie. Rafi's not awake.
Well, it's 11:15. He's awake. He's still in bed, but he's awake. I mean, maybe. I think he took last night off because he's partied way too much this weekend.
J Post reported Netanyahu is going to speak in an hour and 40 minutes. 8 p.m. local time.
How many poor guys died in the northern campaign? Any idea? Hmm. 165.
Did we already hear how the New York party was? Or, Jakob, were you at it?
I was indeed. I was. Yes. It was very nice. It was really, really nice to meet, put faces to names. It was in a very loud, I had some difficulty because the restaurant was very loud. It was a very small restaurant.
It's a nice place, though. It's like
it's a great place. Yeah, I've never been to 12 Chairs before.
Chairs.
It's, a lot of people in a small space.
Yeah.
It was in a private party room. I was like, where's the private party room? We're like a big group. And she's like, your table's over there.
12 Chairs is one of the underrated films of Mel Brooks.
Where does the name come from, 12 Chairs?
Like something was hidden in one of the chairs.
Is it what, in the movie?
Yeah.
Well, Matt, you could have gone in a really good direction with that, with the Mel Gibson.
I made sure to include. I included in my Christmas song Mel Gibson, and I was like, you need to put him in the list of Christians in the Christmas.
I heard he's a fan of the Jews.
Mel Gibson hates the Jews.
Thank you. The oven dodgers, as he calls us, right?
Yes.
Semites and
the Brooklyn Oven Dodgers. Anyways.
Wait, were you guys joking about Mel Gibson? Wasn't Mel Brooks?
No, Mel Brooks is not an anti-Semite.
Yeah, no, I know. 12 Chairs is. confused. Sorry.
Yeah, I started saying Mel Gibson, and then I corrected myself, said Mel Brooks.
My brain just kept on processing Mel Gibson. I kept on hearing Mel Gibson in my head.
By the way, that was Mel Brooks' real name, Melvin Kaminsky.
Yeah.
Well, he's still alive.
I only got through a half hour of his most recent History of the World series. It was painful to watch. It was. I don't know why you can't top that artistry from the original movie. Like, they shouldn't have tried it.
I've only watched the first couple of episodes so far. I enjoyed it.
Oh, right.
I like they had the guy from Beef playing it.
The guy from Beef. Which guy from Beef?
Veep, the guy that played Jonah on Veep, was Abraham Lincoln.
I still think Larry David's funnier than Mel Brooks, though.
Not really.
Oh, come on.
They're differently funny. They're very different kinds of humor.
I don't know. At least, but in terms of commercial success, I don't know. I don't know if anybody touches Larry David.
It's not exactly makes movies.
No, he doesn't. But I think his brand of humor is better. And I mean, this is like personal, subjective, but I don't know. I think Larry David's just a lot funnier than Mel Brooks.
Mm.
Do. Hello, quiet people.
Hello.
I need to drink more water. And I need to water my plants.
Is that Rafi?
No.
Oh,
I don't know.
No, that was me trying to do a Squiggy impression. Or is that Lenny?
Yeah, I didn't hear much about this meetup. So how was it, boys?
It was great. As I said, it was loud. The food was wonderful. It was nice.
Who all was there?
Let's see. Billy. I'll go around the table in my head. Billy, Randy, Rahel.
Rahel? Which Rahel?
I know, Mountain Dew Rahel.
Ariel.
Oh, okay.
Ariel, yeah, sorry, Ariel. Fava. Let's see. Mixed and Mixed's wife. There was a woman who I didn't know. I think it must have been a friend of Mixed's wife. Shmendi. Reb's brother B.
Oh, B was there?
Yeah, very nice guy. John T was there.
Yeah, John T.
Tea Time was there.
Roya and her twin sister.
Roya and her twin sister, yep.
Lindsay, of course. Darren.
Yeah, Cohen. I'm missing somebody.
I sat between Darren and Yaakov.
Oh, Darren. Darren's a nice guy. I really enjoyed Darren's company.
Lovely man.
Yeah, great guy. You know, he's in the slime business.
Yes, I've been to his museum.
And he has stores, slime stores. Like
He's affable. Affable. That's a much better word than what I meant to say. Affable.
Very
but
nice
that doesn't make him any less of a psychopath.
Oh, really?
Seems like mixed reviews. I'm getting mixed reviews here.
Really? Who else? Am I missing anybody, Billy?
I don't think so.
No, there was somebody. Hold on, I gotta look
I'm
at
in
the
the
photo.
Let
me look at the photo.
It's very nice.
Yeah, it went from like 8. I was there from 8 to like 10.
Billy, how late did you go?
It was till about 10:30, quarter of 11, I think.
Oh wow, party animals.
Yeah, we closed the place.
Well, that was 8 p.m. his time.
We didn't get in until about 8:15, 8:30. Yeah.
Billy, when you come down here, I hope you're prepared to stay out later.
I don't know that I'm capable. I may have to my cocaine use.
Okay. We can take care of that.
No early bird special in that part of Florida.
No, there's no early bird specials anywhere anymore. Once the baby boom came along, the restaurants couldn't afford it and they stopped doing it.
Yeah, I think I got all the people. That was everybody.
Okay.
Oh, you look like you had a good time in the video with the candles, Billy.
I had a great time.
Wow, it's amazing how much Roy's sister looks like her.
I've not noticed that.
Yeah, I thought it was amazing how much she didn't look like her.
Yeah, they're supposedly identical twins.
Yeah, they don't look exactly.
If they don't look identical, then it goes the other way.
Yaakov thought he was.
No, I mean they didn't look identical, but they, it seemed like they were sisters. Like they could have been sisters like a year apart. Like
Yaakov thought he was seeing double. He saw 4 of them.
Well,
they're 2 minutes apart.
Oh, you asked that question?
Yeah, we chatted about that. Yeah.
I remember you asking who was older. Roy, I think, is older, right?
Yeah, that's right.
That's right.
She was fun. She was having a good old time.
Bunch of really happy Jews eating. Perfect. Yeah.
I mean, that's how you make happy Jews.
Yeah, you eat.
No one trying to kill us, and food.
And even if they do kill us, they usually fail, and then we eat.
That's right. That's exactly right. Well, I mean, eventually, either they fail or they succeed, but eventually, somehow, we miraculously overcome that, and then we.
Billy wrote this morning in the group chat for all these people. All the beautiful women of Clubhouse captivate me.
Well, Billy's a very horny man, and he's not afraid to verbalize it.
Does that work, Billy?
Rarely. I took a car home with Randy and Schmendy, and Schmendy made it clear she likes a very aggressive man, and I just didn't have it in me.
How did she do that? Like,
we were chatting.
Schmendy's a good communicator.
Yes. she's a good
She
teacher.
tells you what she wants.
Billy, of course, I say you're a very horny man with the utmost respect.
No, I know that, yeah.
All right, Billy, we'll have to arrange things so that you can be back in bed by like 10:30, maybe 11 o'clock when you get down.
No, I need to be in bed by 2.
Oh, that's fine. That I can certainly accommodate. I rarely stay out later than that.
I'm already out of breath. Sure. Well, someone.
We're still in New York.
Yeah.
Already
What's that?
Billy said he's already out of breath. I was wondering if he's still with Randy.
Oh, no.
I thought my mic
He
was
said he's
closed.
with his beaver girls.
Okay.
How was the Beaver Girl last night?
No,
all I know is
Karen,
my Beaver
about
Girl.
you.
What?
I'm staying with Karen, who was one of the roommates of my wife at Beaver College, an all-woman school. Isn't that
Who
amazing?
names an all-girl college Beaver?
Exactly. Well, the reason it got its name is it was originally in Beaver, Pennsylvania.
I don't
That's
care
how
what
it
it's
got
called and where it is. You just don't call it something.
Well, exactly. None of the women would have chosen Beaver if they were hip to what it really was, right, Karen?
What's that?
Women at Bryn Mawr
When you chose Beaver College, did you know about the fact that pussy is called Beaver?
No.
Exactly. Yeah. Were you shocked when you found out?
Yep. Actually, no. I was already in, and my geometry teacher cracked up when I told her where I was going. And she said, "Do you know what beaver means?"
And that's when you learned.
Yeah, was it?
Yeah. It's now it allowed men in, and it's now called Arcadia University.
So that term didn't come to be until 1920, by the way. So it's possible that the college was named prior to beaver being associated with a pussy.
Did ChatGPT give you that? 1920s?
No, actually, someone was talking about the etymology of beaver yesterday, literally, because that's the magic of Clubhouse, like how it came to mean be slang. And apparently there was a lice outbreak in the 20s, and some things happened that made a connection between beaver pelts and vaginas, and voila, after 1920, a vagina became a beaver. So depending on when Beaver College actually started, it might not have actually meant that. So, which I can obviously confirm in like 2 seconds.
Well,
Yep,
Tim the Beaver is the mascot of MIT.
Yeah, 1853. So therefore, the Beaver College in Beaver, Pennsylvania, predated the use of the term beaver to mean a vagina.
That's where the assassination attempt on Trump was in Beaver.
Was it? I thought it was someplace else with a B.
No, it's north of Pittsburgh. Yeah.
It actually started as a seminary affiliated with the Methodist Episcopal Church. So I'm sure they didn't mean it to be a double entendre when they started it. I am now an expert on Beaver College. Thank you, Billy, for enriching my life.
Hi, guys.
Hello, Ava.
Hello. Just wanted to say hi to Billy. It was really lovely meeting you. And I hope you had a nice time. There was a lot of love for you in the room.
It was my pleasure, Kava. I was so happy. It was great. Great evening.
It's nice to meet you, Kava.
You're beautiful and you're wonderful.
Likewise, Jeffrey. Oh, thank you so much, Billy. You're beautiful and lovely and wonderful.
I'll buy you a new pair of glasses if you need.
Billy was rocking, I don't know, was it this hat you were wearing last night? No, right?
The only hat he brought with him. So
Same
yes.
hat. Yeah, same hat.
Same hat, yeah. He was rocking the hat.
Billy and I are going to spend some, one-on-one time when he comes down here next week. So I don't have to share him like you did.
By the way, somebody in the audience streamed the Joy person.
That's a different Joy. This is a different Joy.
Got it. Good to know. By the way, also, Shlomi is going to speak in Miami. Jeff, I was going to send it to you. And it's December 15th. Him and I got another the other guy that was rescued with him, and a bunch of other speakers.
Yeah, please send it to me.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, depending on what the event is, it might already be on my calendar, but definitely don't want to miss it.
I have to get the original flyer, but I'll send it to you once I find it.
Well, that'd be great. Yeah, and I'll be here on the 15th. I'm going back to India on the 19th briefly for my daughter's 21st birthday. Weird.
Mazel tov. India. Oh,
Indiana.
Oh, sorry. Well, somebody is saying that this person is literally streaming this room right now, like you can hear it.
Oh, who's saying that?
Doesn't matter.
Okay. Well,
Is Edmund in the room?
he's saying Joy is Edmund.
I mean, somebody
Joy
is streaming.
Joy is Edmund.
Is this that Joy? Because I have that Joy blocked. Is he a new Joy? This doesn't look like Edmund's
Hold on.
typical accounts.
He's got 1,000 of them, so.
Well, check.
Yeah,
Somebody
they all
put the
seem to
link
have
in
a certain
somebody
pattern.
put the link in the chat, so why don't you?
Oh, okay. Well, let me take a look. Well,
Yeah, I usually wouldn't speak if I knew. I don't come up on stage.
Yeah, no, he's streaming it. Whoever that is, Jeff.
oh, okay. Yeah. Let me add him to my.
the fuck?
Is to the working class. It's not to capitalists. There's a business owner in this room. I'm certain that that person says, fuck it. I want 1 billion desperate workers. I want workers on their knees begging me for a job. I enjoy the power, right? As a business owner, I enjoy having power over workers. I want 1 million desperate workers. I want workers to grovel. I want them to be happy to accept as little. I don't criticize the business owners in this room for wanting millions of desperate workers that they can abuse. There's nothing wrong with that. That's the nature of owning a business. But my loyalty is to the workers. So yes, Mayor, every motherfucking thing you accuse me of is true. I want the government to use guns to create a labor shortage so that the working class gets higher wages and better treatment. I'm done speaking. You're welcome to shit on my views now that you understand.
I understand that. I disagree. I think we came to a good point of content that we're just not going to agree on. So respectfully, let's disagree on that point.
It's a difference in morals. It's a difference in morals. I'm done speaking.
Okay, can I ask you a question, Steve? So you want the unskilled worker to be treated better than the market would provide, whereas you don't want the skilled worker to be treated better than the market would provide.
Precisely, yes, that's my view, precisely.
Interesting. I would say that you were saying that America is too altruistic, but you seem to be selectively altruistic towards a certain sector.
Yes, that's exactly true. I feel generosity and altruism towards American citizens who were born without any intelligence. And I feel my altruism is so great that I am willing to prefer the interests of unskilled, unsmart Americans over the interests of smart Americans and also over the interests of business owners. And I'm also willing to prefer their interests over the interests of foreigners. There's 100 constituencies competing for money, 100 constituencies. And I think the Bible says a man cannot serve more than one master. So altruism, my political philosophy, is in service of my fellow American citizens who are born with low IQ. And my policies that I advocate in this room are unpopular. They're hated by just about everyone, specifically because most people don't single-mindedly focus on helping Americans born with low IQ. It's peculiar to care so much about that group. Most people agree with helping businessmen get low wages and helping high IQ people get cheap cleaning ladies, or all liberals want.
So who are the people with low IQ or low intelligence?
I'm not going to debate whether IQ is real with you.
I'm just asking who are deemed low IQ, low intelligence.
I'll tell you who they are, because I go to McDonald's all the time. People, I see all over America, I see people who are good, ethical people. They work as hard as they can, but the best job they can have, even they get to be 50 years old, and the best job they could do is mopping the floor at McDonald's. Every single time that this person tries to do something better, they can't understand the written words. They can't communicate. They can't do. Hardworking, ethical people who try really hard, they stay off drugs, they can never do anything other than mop floors. That's who I describe as a person born with low intelligence, and that's what I want to have.
Okay, so you want the government